Oh. Let's see if my daughter or these damn dogs will give me 5 minutes. Go. Get. I tried running one on Twitter earlier this morning and no luck, man. The signal would not hold. So I've had these assholes out here to check my internet. Had them zap the box, had them manually come out. They come and say that the speed is where it's supposed to be, et cetera, et cetera. But I cannot, if I'm outside of the house, I mean, it is a metal building, but if I'm outside the house, all of a sudden I fucking can't have any service, and I'm about to lose my fucking mind. So, um, I don't know. We'll try this again. We'll try this here, and then maybe we'll post it over on Twitter, or we will see. But can you guys go chill, man? I come out here and you want to start acting a fool. You were just laying down chilling. Tick bags, flea bags. So I was trying to talk about there's two huge things. I'll get into all the other shit if I make it there. We'll see how long um the baby girl let me go for. But um two huge things in my estimation. I mean, there's a billion things going on in this world. Come on, hey, get go play over there. Go. You got the Chud the Builder case where it's just this whole fucking double standard, white hate. I mean, it's crazy because I guess I expect that out of black folks, right? Where we are here in America now. You expect black folks to be not able to control themselves when they hear the word nigger. You expect that. You expect for when a white person uses that word, for the black people to rally behind the black person for violently doing something to said person who says the word. So you expect that. But do you expect the white people in this country, the white guilt people, do you expect them to side? I mean, obviously you expect the white guilt people, I guess, to side with the black folks too. But I guess I'm just blown away only being a half white person that any white person would side go against their race. It's the only people that do that. You know, Asian people don't turn on other Asian people over another race. Black people don't turn on black people over another race. Hispanics definitely don't. White people are the only people who would turn on their own people and throw them to the wolves. So the DA is white, the judge presiding over the case over there in Tennessee is white, and they're just they're going to hang this dude out to try, or they're going to try to. The amount of extraordinary nonsense going on, I just don't understand how white folks are even supposed to get a fair shake in this country anymore. You know, this dude's being held. Being held with a crazy bail amount where black folks in that same community, in that same county, have been held. You know, they've murdered people, they've raped kids, they've done all that kind of stuff and got way lower bails by the DA and the judge holding people accountable. So it's just a crazy double standard. I hate to see it. Another thing that's going on as far as that kind of stuff goes, gag orders, you know? Not only are they going to make you have post a high ass bond to get out of jail, they're going to put a gag order on you. So you know, this whole thing is about freedom of speech in the first place, right? It's being able to say what you want here in America. And, you know, that's not so. But even when you go to court, they're going to put a gag order on you. I mean, they're setting the dude up if he does get out of jail to get killed. No firearms, has to be on, you know, a ankle monitor, this, that, and the other. I believe he's using a public defender. He can't use the funds that he's crowdfunded. Um, you know, $267,000 or some crazy shit he's crowdfunded. He can't even use that money to help defend himself. I mean, the whole thing is just complete and utter bullshit. And you would think that white folks in this country would be revolting. If it's a black person, black people would be revolting in a heartbeat. And so we will lose this country. We will lose this country. We are losing this country. I mean, there's a billion problems. This is just a small symptom of what's wrong in this country. But ask yourself, unless you're a fucking retard, right? Ask yourself, would you want to live in a country ran by black folks? Would you want to live in a country run by Hispanic people? Or would you want to live in a country run by white people? And if you have any brain cells in your head, it's not even that hard to come up with the answer. That's not racist. You can see there is a precedent set across the globe. Hispanic, Mexican, Portuguese, whatever you want to use, Central South America, some of the islands out there. These countries are run by non-white folks, and they're either communist shitholes or they're third world shitholes. Pretty much no difference, right? Go to any black run country and it's a third world shithole. I mean, just there's no country run by black folks that is successful. There's no cities run here in America by black folks that are successful, that aren't out there totally corrupt, dingling in the air, mud dick, mud dick. Um, it's just nonsense. Murder capitals of the world, St. Louis, New Orleans, Memphis. Probably I'm forgetting one more, right? It's just Atlanta's another one, but these are black cities run by black folks from the bottom to the top, pretty much. And so there's a precedent set there to ask yourself, okay, well, what the fuck happens when all the white people are gone? That's what people are gunning for, whether it's white liberals, whether it's the globalist world order, whether it's the Israeli order. They want white people to go away. And I don't want to see that place. I don't want to see that place, you know? I mean, if people were honest and serious about things, they would be able to have these conversations as adults, but they can't and they won't. So what they're doing to Chud is just beyond belief, honestly. And nothing surprises me anymore. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm surprised. So with that, I had said also that Chud has to get his ass out of Tennessee as soon as he can. If he's able to beat the case, he's got to get out of Tennessee. Tennessee is a compromised state from bottom to top. A lot of these old southern states are, Kentucky, North Carolina, West Virginia. If they're not corrupted by liberal politics and people that have moved here from other places, transplants. Tennessee was already, even before COVID, was being inundated with people from California and other places. They were moving there, they were moving to Texas, they were moving to North Carolina. And so you see the policymakers in these places, you can just see it just going down the toilet. And so Tennessee has always been one of those places for at least a decade or more, where it's just a shit show. Beautiful state, but a shit show. And so my recommendation, if he can, to beat the case, he's got to get the fuck out of there. So that's number one. Number two, a Jewish lady suing RTTL, Return to the Land, and that's going to be a whites only community east of here in the Ozarks. Some Jewish lady in fucking St. Louis, it's like she had no plans of even moving there. She heard about it, decided to fucking lawyer up and sue white folks that just want to get together and live together and have community. And so the from the story I'm talking about before this to this, the double standards never stop. It never ever ends. You have Jewish enclaves, all Jewish enclaves around the United States. You have all Muslim enclaves around the United States. You have all Indian. Red Dot Indian, street shitters. You have those. You have all those enclaves, and they're not being tested in court. They're not being sued by a Jewish woman. Um, you know, people say all the time that everybody's anti-Semitic, this, that, and the other. But I mean, the truth is, Jewish people hate white people. I mean, there is a nothing but a history of Jewish people trying to override and oppress any white institution, any white community, any white country. They've got their hooks in there and they want to destroy it. And so that's what this lady is going to do or try to do. She's lawyered up with the federal government, the NAACP, all of that to try to destroy to try to destroy a white community, a white. I think they're calling it. I think the people running it. It's like a club or something. The way they've structured it and everything. So um, those two cases, if we make it, if we even get to an answer on any of those, but those two are a litmus test of where and what for white people to expect in this country. And it'd be surprising if more people of different races and different colors and creeds were to stand up for white folks and say, enough is enough. It's fucking ridiculous. You could have any other group of people, black folks, they can go start their own community, right? Where it's all blacks. Not like that's not already going on already, but it is. But they can do that. And you ain't going to have no Jewish woman from St. Louis suing a black enclave or a Jewish enclave or a Hindu enclave. There she goes. She ain't going to let me keep going. Let me see what I can do here. What? Come sit down and watch your show. Come on. Where's your cup? So, the double standard, the intent, the, the purposeful actions by groups, one group in particular that wants to destroy a white majority country, you know. It's already happened in Europe. It continues to happen. White folks are displaced. I think I seen something the other day in Scotland or Ireland, one or the other. There's more Muslims and more black, you know, invaders from other countries than there is in the host nation. It could have been Ireland, I think, where they were saying like 70% or some crazy number. I'd have to go look of Ireland or Scotland, one or the other, is invaders. And it's like, how do you get here? And every week is the same fucking thing, too. Like, whether it's Britain, whether it's Scotland, whether it's Ireland. Oh, the white people are rising up this weekend. Oh, they're really. And no, no, they're not. They're not. They've already been displaced. They've already been overtaken. They don't even have any firearms. There is no, oh, here's the breaking point. You see it all the time on social media. No. Ireland conquered, Scotland conquered, the UK conquered, all of Europe conquered. Where do all these invaders come from? They come from countries where people are displaced because of wars. Who starts the wars? I'll let you answer that. So there's two, between Chud the Builder and the Return to the Land people, there's two litmus tests to show you how far gone shit is once, the Jewish woman, succeeds in suing the white community, and these white children are put on the streets, where a white guy, flexing his First Amendment, is in prison for defending himself from a violent black, you know, person. I say animal. I've talked about this in many chats. There's nobody in the black. I'm not going to say there's not one person in the whole black community, but for the most part, whatever the percentages are, there's no accountability in the black community from anybody of importance that's black. The music keeps getting worse, the message keeps getting worse, the twerking and the fucking beating up elderly people and the robberies and the homicides and the discrimination, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse every fucking day. And so it's crazy to see where we are here in America. I think we're absolutely toast. Maybe these are just two blips on the radar because Trump's talking about going back to war with Iran. Mark Levin's on there cheerleading, blowing up more kids. Um, Ukraine is targeting civilians in Russia. Um, Now Trump and Lindsey Graham types, they're cheering that they're going to go into Cuba now. They got their hands in Bolivia. There's no part of the world where America and Israel are not killing innocent civilians. You know, it's just sometimes I ask myself, especially when I see some of this stuff, it's like, dude, I don't. I just don't know. I don't know why God allows this to happen. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, man has free will and the freedom to choose to do bad things like man does, but it's just at what cost? How many people have to die to make America and Israel's bloodlust end? It wasn't good enough to kill 500,000 or 1 million people in Iraq and 500,000 people in Afghanistan, and who knows how many millions between um, Libya, Syria, Lebanon. I know I'm going to forget somebody. Iraq, Iran. Um, but yeah, it's a total shit show in this country. It's hard to ever even, do a chat and have anything positive to say. The White House comes out with more fucking grainy footage of UFOs, and this is on the horizon. Any minute, you've been hearing it. Trump's gonna come out and say there's fucking aliens and we've found bodies and this. And I don't believe fucking anything. I don't believe anything the government says. If they were to say the sky's blue, I would start doubting my lying eyes. I'd say, man, no way, the sky's not blue. Just because they said it's blue. There's just no end in sight to any of this. Frustrating. I do these chats, don't get no fucking views. How many subscribers do I have? And fucking, I have one subscriber in here right now. And that's why I'm so frustrated with even doing YouTube. I'm trying to move over to X. I'm probably going to just try to figure out some other platforms because YouTube is fucking Google is owned by a street shitter. So most of these platforms are owned by street shitters, and um, it's all sedition, it's all subversion, it's all lies, it's all treason, every bit of it, from the politicians, the media, the social media apps. There's no rock that they won't crawl off underneath to destroy this country and the people that live here. And it's depressing. I mean, how do you tune out? You can tune out, right? It's just hard to say. What up, P NASCARs? Yeah, and it's just so it's fucking frustrating, man. It's It's so hard to get my message out. I've put so many years into doing these chats and trying to inform people of what's going on, what's coming. I'm at a point where even in, real life with people I know in real life, I am done warning people. I am done talking to people. I'm done trying to give a heads up to a bunch of ungrateful motherfuckers that are too fucking stupid to even fucking put their pants on in the morning. I know so many stupid people in real life that just refuse to see what's coming at us like a Mack truck. Gas prices are outrageous. Food prices are outrageous. Trump's lying to everybody saying he's going to end the war and stuff's going to come crashing down. It's just bullshit. Everything he's ever said is bullshit. The first go around, the middle go around, and then this go around. It's all bullshit. He's never told the truth about anything ever. And here we are. We want to have faith. We want to have hope, and um, we want to have we want to have faith in the future. I don't know if that's the right what I'm looking for, but we want to have hope that stuff is going to get better in the future and it's going to be a better future for all of us. The truth is, it's just not ever coming. We're in it all the way. The only way to turn this back is to revolt against the system. That is the only way. And that's not happening because they have everybody lulled to sleep. Whether it's the poison in the food, the water, and the air, whether it's the propaganda 24/7 that never stops. I mean, all we do is vote for people that fucking lie. And now Israel has their hands so far up the American puppet's ass that we're not even a sovereign nation anymore. We have nothing intact as far as sovereignty goes. There's just nothing. It just doesn't even resemble. Everybody's infatuated with the what was it, the bicentennial, back in what is that, 1976. How different stuff looked from 1976 to now. So 50 years ago, right? How different of a country. It's like we were living in a foreign country in 1976 compared to now. And it doesn't get any better. It's not going to get any better. That's the tough pill to swallow. Even all the gardening, all the animals raising and doing all your own food and stuff. How long until that's not able to keep to keep your bubble from being burst? Because I mean, they're coming to destroy everybody and everyone. Even if maybe you side with them, even if you side with the government, maybe you'll buy yourself some time, but eventually they'll consume you too. So I don't know. I needed to kind of just pump this out, and maybe somebody will see it. Maybe it'll wake somebody up. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'm just doing this just to vent and get it off my chest. So there's a record of how I felt. A lot of people aren't even doing these chats no more. Nobody's doing these chats. I call up people, I text people to do chats. Nobody's trying to get together. Nobody's trying to talk about this kind of stuff, you know? It's just what up, RTT? Either way, I mean, the illusion was there. The illusion was there even in 2016. But, it just it doesn't get any easier from here. The hill doesn't become any less steep that we have to climb. And I think at the end of the day, man, I think that native born Americans, white, black, Hispanic, whatever, they just don't love this country like they should. They don't love this country enough to fight for it. I mean, anything that you would think that's unpopular. Let me check on this girl real quick. Any view that you would hold that's popular and patriotic, or patriotic and popular in the patriotic community, it gets you a one-way ticket. You either be on a list, you either be debanked, so on and so forth. And so, who knows what it takes to wake fucking people up in this country, but I think it's way past time. I think it's so far that window's gone. It's closed. You have people fucking you have people claiming they're patriots and they're moving out of the country. I mean, how many people in their bios or in their handle have patriot in the name? And then you'd ask, like, just ask them, like, what have you done that's patriotic? I don't think anybody should be able to put whatever patriot in their name. A patriot would be somebody who society, the country, whatever would give that title to. How many self-proclaimed patriots are walking around this country or have that stupid shit in their bio or in their handle? Tons and tons and tons. And what do? Every single one of them sucks Trump's dick and sucks Israel's dick. How does sucking dick make you patriotic? How does it make you a patriot? You could be patriotic, right? I'm not saying nobody could be patriotic, but how are you going to be a self-proclaimed patriot and you have two dinglings in your mouth? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's crazy to see all of it. It's crazy to see just the fall from grace, the carcass that is America that's left. And so I'll be watching those two cases closely, the Chud case, and then the Return to the Land case, where the Jewish woman is suing them from St. Louis. A woman who has no intentions on moving to the community. She just wants to destroy a whites only community. And she's a big, fat, disgusting fucking pig, just like you would picture without even knowing, right? Somebody says Jewish woman suing white community, just picture a goblin, and that's what that bitch is. So, um, don't mince your words. Don't back down. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your family. If you're fucking white, stand up for yourself. I'm only a fucking half whitey, and I know white people that won't even stand up for themselves a quarter of what I try to stand up for white people. What up, bikes? You know what? So I'm about to shut it down. I got dogs bothering me. I got my daughter. She's ready to, yeah. So she's telling me to get off. Hope everybody's having a good one. I got a lot of free time on my hand this weekend, kinda. So maybe I'll pop in and do another one. But wake the fuck up, man. It's bad, and it is only. I'm starting to get World War III vibes with Ukraine is trying to push Russia to the brink. Trump wants to annihilate a whole nation in Iran. Israel wants to annihilate everybody around them and make a greater Israel. They want to control the U.S. They want to police what people say in the U.S. So I don't see how this is sustainable without the whole world going into a conflict that we can't get our way out of. So that's actually the scary part. But I'm out.